Hi guys, it's Abs, and today we're gonna be doing Scarlet Hollow. We're gonna be doing another run of it. I'm gonna try and make the worst decisions that you can make. Nothing, hopefully, too crazy. But we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna do it, I think, episode by episode. So, what I'm gonna try to do is each week release another episode of it, along with my Genshin content. So, we'll see how it goes. Anyways, let's dive on in. The welcome home. Welcome home. Oh god, that got me so bad when I first saw that. The recent update. Okay. Let me just check something. Okay, I'll do it in this slot. Gonna start from the beginning. I live in the city of, I don't freaking know. I did Haybale before. And that's still gonna be valid. We're still gonna keep that up, that run, as they release new episodes. I just wanted to do some different decisions. So we want to do some different traits from last time. So last time I did talks to animals, and I did street smart. I did both of these right next to each other. Let me put on my cam for y'all so that I can be here while I talk about this part. Okay, so I did these two last time. So I'm thinking I don't want to do this one, because this is only gonna, the only time that this helps is in the very first, I mean, it might help do other stuff, but it really, the only time it actually makes an effect on the story is in the first chapter. So we've done and past that a long time ago. So, I mean, like, you can save both Gretchen and, Duke with this. So I don't really want to do that one. I don't really want to do the hot trait either. But that might actually be, I don't know, that might be helpful. I kind of want to do like Kenai and then like mystical or something. I guess we could do both of these. So mystical is strange and unusual. You see the threads of reality in ways others cannot. I know that one's really important. And so is this one. But would these go good together is the question. This one was so helpful because you were able to see stuff that other people couldn't see. You know, and you were able to talk to people and notice things. Like, this is going to be like that too, but it's not going to be like that in regards to people. Like, this is just going to be like being able to spot stuff. But this is like you were able to read between the lines. You're able to read people really well. And then, of course, this one's just great. A gift and a curse. I have yet to see it as a curse. Oh no. Actually, that could be leading on to something. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to go with Mystical and Kenai. 100%. I'm going to take off my cam. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off. And now here you are. And now here you are. Awake again, and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing the bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops, and seedy depots that felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something that you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. But it was also more than just the social pressure of the invitation that pushed you to accept it. Something has been tugging you back to this place your entire life. There was no choice to be made, because you were always going to find your way here. So when your cousin called, you knew what had to be done. Interesting, so we didn't have that, input before. So no matter what, fate drew me here. Okay. And now, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, as I was saying, this guy still freaks me out. I still don't understand his shirt, but it's fine, I guess. Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first he thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland, looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Hell yeah, that sounds awesome. That's probably what I'm gonna say. So we're going for a cursed run, right? So we're just gonna do everything wrong. That sounds awesome. So is chaos, my dude. Heh, I knew you'd get me. You and me, we're kindred spirits. I can feel it. So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend and he said it hurt a lot. So I guess she really was mad and not just playing. But she kept swinging, and soon enough she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me. For real. And geez, you ever just get so mad you want to, kill somebody? I kind of feel like killing someone right now. What if I do threaten him? Was it automatic game over? I don't like horrible people waking me up to tell me about their horrible thoughts. What can I say? I'm an interesting guy. He doesn't freaking care. Anyways, you'll get it when somebody tries to break your heart someday. It changes a person. Makes them think things they never thought they could. I honestly could have killed that woman. Ha ha ha. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. I just thought this guy was so, I don't know what the word is for it exactly, but just, really, really... I know what it is. Really, really jumping from subject to subject to subject. But, there was no reason to. It was just so scattered and disconnected that it just sounded like nonsense. I wasn't sure if what he was telling me was true or what. And he's just telling you, you want to know when you really don't. Do you love her enough to make this work? Yeah, we'll go with that. You were so worked up by the thought of losing her that you wanted to kill her, but now that she's giving a birth to a child you created together, you're planning on running off. Even if you love her, think about whether that love is strong enough that you'd be able to handle raising a kid together. Think about how your actions are going to impact his life, and whether removing yourself would be better for him in the long run. Yeah, he doesn't freaking care. Doesn't matter what you say to him. I'm coming home. My mother fled this place many years ago, but she's gone now, and I can feel it calling me back. Some things can only be put off for so long. Oh my god, dude. Do you think this guy is gonna come back? No way, right? He's from the intro. The young man anxiously shifts in his seat. For one perceptible moment, it's his turn to feel uncomfortable before he catches himself and heartily laughs. Oh, you must be talking about Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in the mountains. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around. So if you aren't getting off at my stop, then you must be headed up that way. Almost nobody ever goes there. I'm usually alone on the bus by now. Though actually, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine in the Holler, you see, and there's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks. My buddies get desperate enough to try it. Yeah, I totally get that when he said that before, too. You just hope they didn't die, little raffle. Okay. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Oh no, the peanuts. We should offer them to everyone, right? Take the peanuts. I wonder if there's anyone that would like them. Probably not. I'm probably not gonna be able to give it to anyone because they're all gonna be mad at me because I'm gonna be rude to everybody. Let's meet Tabitha. Oh, it's gonna be hard for me to be mean to Tabitha. 11:01 a.m. I just noticed that. Instead of 11. That's annoying. Was there anything else here? No. Yeah, it feels disingenuous to call it a bus station. Hey, Abs. This is my cousin. Yeah. Offer your boiled peanuts as a condolence. Put those away. Why would I want your wet peanuts? That sounds so weird. No, come on, let's go. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. That's right, Tabitha. Let's go to the frickin' BMW. We're climbing into the dusty relic of the BMW. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are in the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Yeah. So, in case you guys didn't know, explore is what you, like, it explains it here, but explore is basically what you can do to further the conversation, but if it doesn't say explore in front of it, then it'll just move the whole conversation along. Like, it'll just move the story along. But if you do an explore option, it'll stay in the same area. But we have learned recently that explore options can really, like, that sometimes they give you explore options, but they don't give you enough. Wait, that doesn't make sense. They give you enough, but they don't give you enough opportunities to actually go through the full list of explore options. Like, sometimes you do, like, 2 explores and it's like, okay, everyone's tired or whatever, so we're gonna get, like, you know, the story continues and you're like, what? I didn't get to see everything. Or read everything. Digest everything? I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway. So we've seen that in the more recent episodes. They've actually toggled with this idea more. But, yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna say that this time. Can't believe we never met before this. You can feel the same careless cruelty in Tabitha's words that your mother would use when she talked about Pearl Ann and the old Scarlets. That wound that tore your family apart runs deep enough that it bled through the generations. You sound like her right now. My mother, she hated this side of the family so much. We don't have to become our parents. I'm probably gonna say that, because I can. Haha, yeah, dead mom's club. She's the one who left. Jeez, thanks, Tabitha. We're not gonna go through everything, because we don't need to. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used to cramped apartments in gray cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you, a jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it, perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive. Each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear the doors creak on their hinges, and the ashes and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen, and hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. Okay. It's beautiful. This place is falling apart. I'm gonna say this. Oh, so you're an expert on how to take care of a mansion all of a sudden. It's not as easy as you'd think, okay? It takes a lot of time and resources. What you see right now is still livable, so mind your own damn business. Sorry, Tabby. I care about you. I'm just trying to see some different sides of you, I guess. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I would recommend socializing with her. Yeah, Tabitha doesn't like to be talked to. Oh, there's peanut butter and jelly. As Tabitha speaks, your eyes are drawn to the windows and the overgrown garden outside. Dread and anxiety grip your lungs. You can almost feel the ground beneath you starting to slip. This place is a step away from being swallowed up and vanishing forever. What, really? What? What does that mean? Like, actually, literally? Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Honestly, I wouldn't want to share my ice cream either. Some explore options prevent you from taking others. Yeah. Maybe that's what happened before. Oh no, it's just because they probably conflict. This place isn't safe, and I don't mean that in the sense of it being perched on a literal cliff. I'm gonna say this. Okay, geez, I get it. You think it's messy. I'll tell Jamie to be more thorough this week. But you should know that there's only so much anyone can do with a country house this old. It's always going to be a little grimy and worn, unlike your sleek city apartments. Bro, who said I lived in a sleek city apartment? In my other frickin' playthrough, I lived in a shed in someone else's yard. If a little dirt bothers you, you're gonna have a rough time this week. Fair. Right, what's next? Is that your cat? Frou Frou, do not try to pet her. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. I'm not gonna pet Frou Frou. I can't do it. I don't want to make Frou Frou mad. I'll pet her in another episode on this playthrough. I just don't want to do it right now. It's a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. Wait, are you sure this toilet works? I lifted the toilet seat last time. I'm okay with not seeing roaches again. Yes, why wouldn't it? The water bills get paid. Oh my god, you have to maintain stuff, Tabitha. But it's so crusty. I would just go. But I would, like, squat, since I am a chick. Okay. Oh, I guess I have to lift it to go. Oh my god. Oh, the sounds. Yeah, just go. If you gotta go, you gotta go. The guest bedroom. The shadow from the candle thing is like really creepy. It just looks really weird. The room smells old. Dust, mildew, wood rot, it has it all. A week of sleeping in this place might give you permanent lung damage. Damn. An unmistakable stain coats this room. Someone has died here. No, people have died in here. What the heck? This is new information, y'all. The closet is full of old family stuff. So you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. Okay. People have died here, haven't they? What's with all the boxes? Old family stuff. She does not need help moving them. Sense a heavy spiritual fog hanging over this room. People have died here, haven't they? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Obviously people have died here. That's fair. The room seems a little dusty. I have to say it. You spend a moment searching for the right word. Dusty. Wow. Sorry I'm not giving you 5-star hotel treatment you so desperately seem to need. Yeah, I think I did do that one before. Who used to sleep here? Go back to the foyer. There was bad blood between our moms, but there doesn't have to be between us. Yeah. I might actually try to be nice to Tabitha. I don't know what happened when my mom left, but it has nothing to do with me. You asked for me to come here, but you're acting all pissed off that I actually came. Can't we just start fresh, now that it's just us? Sorry, this made me laugh in the middle. Sorry. Look, I'm sorry I've been testy. Look, I'm sorry I've been testy since you've gotten here, but you aren't exactly one to talk. You've been a horrible guest. Fair. Maybe we can start fresh tonight. Yeah, I'll be nice to her tonight. I won't keep you. We should hang out when you get back. She's got stuff to do. A PB&J sounds great right now. I'm gonna settle into my room. I never check the... Ooh, I can look out the window. Sus. It's like a freaking abyss with all the black. Yeah, I think I did that before. Check the things. Oh my goodness. A possum? You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. A possum lurks within. It's quiet but angry. Offer it your boiled peanuts. It's faking being deaf. Oh no! Did I not get to talk to it? Because I gave the boiled peanuts? Oh, I should have saved, man. Aw, damn it. Painting. Oh yeah, one of the really old relatives. Like, very old. There's way too many frickin' Scarlets, man. And they've all done weird stuff. I don't think I went to the forbidden area of the estate. Oh, it doesn't actually show you anything? Let's look. Some leaves. This almost looks like a cat. The shadow. The locks on the door that we see later in the game. And a nice little painting. We should go out and explore too. Frou. Should I pick? Oh. I got an achievement for what exactly were you expecting? She bites you viciously. Honestly, what were you expecting? Yeah. But I want to pet her. Okay. Examine the takeout. Ew. That's so gross. Oh god. Okay. I have to check everything. You pick up the jar. It's labeled flaky in your hand. It expired 10 years ago. Oh god. This jar of mayonnaise is old enough to graduate the 5th grade. Oh god, don't look at it. Yeah. I'm gonna take the jelly. Okay, put it back. I'm not gonna eat it, because I think it's really important to have a good relationship with Tabitha. I mean, I could just do something else. Like, I have a good relationship with her on the other one. But, I don't know. I could look closer? What does that mean? Oh. You squint into the darkness of the pantry. Behind the molded bread, a single book lies forgotten. A thin layer of dust collected on its cover. You pick it up. At Home Gourmet. Have him coming back for seconds. Oh god. I don't like that. You flip to a bookmarked page. Today's favorites serve on toast with plain crackers. Calf's brain? What the hell? I don't know what that means, but I don't want to know. Are unappetizing enough on their own. both calf's brain and this. And you can only imagine how vile the combination of the two would be. What kind of person would call this their favorite food? No wonder your mom ran far, far away from this place. I guess I'll go ahead and look up what that means. Don't show me any pictures. So, aspic is a savory jelly made with meat stock. Set in a mold and used to contain pieces of meat, seafood, or eggs. It looks really weird, y'all. So I guess what they do is they'd put this jelly around the calf's brain. That's so terrible. God, this is gross. If that's how they treated animals, how did they treat people? You know? Bread. Take bread. The king of nut butters. Only 3% of each jar is mashed up cockroaches. Oh my gosh. Jif. I forgot that it was called Jif. GIF instead of Jif. You can do that? Why? Why can you do that? Should I do it? I mean, why? You weren't sure what force compelled you to do this, but it's done. You closed the box and tuck it far back behind the others. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Frou clearly isn't doing her job. I need a butter knife and a plate. I did all of that in my other playthrough, so I'm not gonna do that now. Should I eat the ice cream? I don't want to do it. Oh, but I should. I'm gonna regret it. Let's go head out to the garden. Explore the garden. It only lets you go so far. And you see the Scarlet entrance over here. See, that's like a grave. That reminds me of like one of those family graveyards. And that was I think that was my thought process when I was first playing it. I was like, oh, what if generations and generations and generations, like not just like 3 or 4, but like way more lived here. And that is the case. Like to have a whole entire graveyard. It kind of says a lot about your family too, that you were able to bury them on your property. Make that PB&J. Ta-da! She's gonna hate me for messing with her mac and cheese, so I'm not gonna mess with the ice cream. Okay, we go to town. I'm really sad that I didn't get to talk to the possum. I really wanted to do that. If you'd known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. Honestly. It is really pretty. Look at the birds. Big landscapes like this. I don't know about real life. Like, seeing it in real life is a little different. But seeing it in a movie or a game or something always makes me feel really small and lonely. Like, it's pretty, but it's like, I don't know, this with the dark tinge especially. I don't know, it just makes me feel like in real life I feel like I appreciate the beauty of it more. But in a game, maybe it's wanting to see it, I don't know. I just feel really sad. That was depressing, I'm sorry. Okay. The Holler's seen better days. Its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. Yeah, so we learned that the Scarlets drove out basically most of the, and probably modern progression, I would think. Maybe. I don't know, it's such a small town that you'd think it would have its own little, stores. But it doesn't because the Scarlets kind of run literally everything in this town. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Ooh, that's weird. Gretchen! We're saving Duke in this one. I forgot. Damn it. Pet the doggo. Her fur is soft and warm. She wheezes excitedly, digging her little nose into your palm and licking your hand. Oh, Gretchen's such a good girl. Oh, I'm so glad you two are getting along. Isn't she just the cutest? With how energetic she gets, you'd never know she's 17. Jeez. Forgot how old Gretchen is. She's 17. She's about 84 in dog years. I'm hoping she beats the current record holder and makes it to 19. Or better yet, 20. The more time we get together, the better. Isn't that right, Gretch? Gretchen's such a good girl. Look at that face. Aww. And frickin' Stella's Mothman t-shirt. I'm all here for it. Yes, we are here for this growth. Oh, you like boiled peanuts? That's kind of you to offer, but I couldn't take your food. It's so much nicer than me like, dear God, please don't give me that. I shouldn't have offered it to the possum. I don't know how she's doing. The real Tabitha's buried under whatever icy front she's putting on. Whoever she is, I don't think many people get to actually see that person. I don't think that's important to say. I don't think any of that was important to say, because we already covered all that. And now we're in the diner. Greasy breakfast. Oh, that would make me uncomfortable. I'm not a breakfast person. I don't know if any of you guys are. And that's chill if you are. I'm really not. Like, the only thing I really like out of breakfast food is, like, a good biscuit, which they apparently have here. And I really like bacon. If it's crispy. Some people have the really thick bacon. I don't know why this conversation just seems like it got weird. But some people have like you know, like make get the really thick cuts of bacon. And I don't like that. I like it crispy. So if it's like to the point where you chew it and it's like not crispy, it makes me gag. Yeah, everyone's staring at us. Stop it. Stop it, please. Hi, everyone. I'm Abs. I forgot I did that. What are you looking at? That's what I'll say. It didn't matter that I said that. As you settle into the booth, you can't help but pick up some of the murmurs of conversation around you. Let's listen in. Oh, this is Janie and Tulip. Okay, I was wondering who that was. I don't remember this at all. That's why she looks so sad. I would look sad too if I had to have Miss Tabitha as a cousin. Do you think Tabitha's cousin is mean too? Aw. Sigh. Why are the strangers who wander into town never gorgeous blonde ladies of an appropriate age? Why is it always coal boys, punks, and whippersnappers? What the heck, dude? You're so creepy. I don't know if anybody would approach you anyway. Lastly, a group of coal miners sit hunched in the corner booth, readily scarfing down heaping plates of food. May she rot in peace. If you'd have been around in her heyday, you'd be speaking ill too, Tommy. Yeah, nobody likes Berlin. May every Scarlet burn in hell. Damn, I don't remember any of this conversation before. This must be either from Keen Eye or from Mystical. Avery! He's giving us the coffee. Or they're giving us the coffee, yeah. Here's some bacon for the little lady. Oh. Look at her munching. Look at the munch. Oh, I don't know what that tip was. should we offer the boiled peanuts? No thanks, I shouldn't take gifts while I'm on my shift. Butter biscuit and a coffee. Oh, the coffee sounds so good. So she's gonna talk about the funeral. The library, like stuff that she wants to do. The weekly Sunday potluck. You think that, so that's gonna be the last day, right? Cool. Do you have something in mind? Was I being that obvious? My job means I spend a lot of times in the woods with the camera, and it's always better when someone else is there to... Look how good the biscuit looks. I want it. Oh, look at Gretchen. She finished her little plate. She's sad. Or maybe she just got those eyes that make you want the food. Thanks, it looks great. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface. You don't even need to taste it to know that it is good. Divinity given buttery form. Nom 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 nom. Butter really does make stuff taste so much better. Like if you guys have ever had like a panini. Oh my god, the difference between eating a panini and then putting butter on the bread and eating it is like it's almost like incomparable. She's a YouTuber, guys. She's a YouTuber. What kind of videos do you do? Everybody knows her name. Forgot about that. It's so weird, but it's because we're from here, but it's still really creepy. I think the best video to start with would be the river one. Yeah, the controversial one. I love that Avery supports her on her YouTube channel. No. Oh shoot! I accidentally clicked through that. Sorry guys. That was actually important for me to read. Yeah. They're like, oh, it's not a capybara. It looks like a big cat. Maybe it's a mountain lion. Isn't that just worse, Bigfoot? Oh, her laugh is cute. Look how cute. I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug-of-war with her dog. I can't say that and then do what I'm gonna do to Gretchen. What if I say no? I do too. Okay, she still tries to convince you anyway. You'll be able to see the stars at night with no light pollution whatsoever. You're guaranteed to encounter some interesting wildlife. Indeed. And best of all, you get to eat hiking snacks. That's my favorite part of hiking. I think that's everyone's favorite part of hiking. Yeah, let's go. Just talking about Reese and Kanika. So now we get the call that she calls Reese and he can't do anything. He's not feeling good. But it's really, like, sketchy and sus. Until you know later what happens. Honestly, I thought the most bizarre part, until we found out everything to do with that house, was that dinner. That dinner was so bizarre at their house on the third day. It was just so weird. Let's blow this popsicle stand. You didn't even spend any money. I love that one. We'll leave a tip. I mean, I would always leave a tip, right? It's just not fair to the people that work there. Because the waiters, I don't know why I said it like that. The waiters and waitresses basically live on tips, like, you know what I mean? Their wages aren't much. You feel a sense of foreboding, more alive than you've been in years. Strangely calm, tense, unsettled. A sense of foreboding. An overwhelming sense of foreboding, which seems only natural considering where you are. Your instinct screams at you to leave, but at the same time you're curious to see what the night has in store for you. Look how cool. Gretchen looks scared. Poor Gretchen. Put one foot in front of the other. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. Yeah, it's kinda sus. And I love this score, this track. It's one of my favorite from the album. The Scarlet Hollow album. It just really, it masters being creepy, but also, like, kind of, like, relaxing, because you're just talking about stuff at the same time, but it's building that creepy vibe slowly. There's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. Ooh. Oh, here's Duke. Some creature of darkness? Nah, girlie. Just old Duke. Now what the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunky. Sorry, I And who's this that you've suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick. You aren't. Is that... Yep. I see. Welcome to the Holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Another stranger, another opportunity for a salty introduction. Offered on the world peanuts. It's grown quite fragrant since you put it in your rust sack. Like the scent of old beer, but you're pretty sure that's what it's supposed to smell like. No, I'm all set, thank you. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy. But I've yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way that you tromp around the woods at night, yelling about chunkabungas or what have you. Something's been getting at my chickens. I've lost 3 this week, and I can't afford to lose many more than that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Now, see, this is why I don't come tell you about these things. It ain't no skumpy, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what it is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. I do, actually. It's those damn mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care about your little investigation. And I know for a fact that's what's been getting at my chickens. I couldn't be anything else. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTubes. I forgot about that. It's so funny. You made me look like a fool. I read all those comments people were saying, posted on your photo. They're calling me all kinds of names. Just for seeing things with my own eyes that I know to be true. Yeah, that's gotta be so, like, terrible and uncomfortable for someone that's his age, that doesn't, and that, like, that's his age and like in his understanding. You know what I mean? Like he just doesn't understand, you know? And it's also terrible what people say too. His poor little ladies. As Duke's words leave his mouth, a sinking feeling starts to pull at your stomach, and you glimpse brief flashes of something terrible to come. Oh, don't you get started again. If your daddy could hear you now going on about ghouls and goblins, using what he taught you to run around these woods like some paranormal investigator, do you want that to be his legacy? That's kinda rough to put on someone. Big Betty. Him and his son want to go show off Big Betty. I forgot about that. I can't lose any of my poor little ladies. As Duke and Stella dig their feet in, the feeling from before gains form and clarity. Somebody here is going to die tonight. Wow, so it tells you. It straight up tells you. One of us is gonna die tonight. Try to threaten me? No, dude. Yes. I don't know, it's just a weird feeling. Signs point to yes. My reply is no, maybe. Ask again later. He called it your little video. I hate it when older adults do that. Like, they kind of, like, talk in a condescending way because you're younger than them. I don't know if that's as bad here. I definitely have that, like, with people that I know. But I could see, like, in, like, movies and stuff where, like, certain... Maybe it's a generational thing. Like, certain generations were worse with that. But also, like, certain cultures are so much worse with that. Like, with the age thing. Where, you know, if you're older, you have, like, superiority, you know? Seniority is, like, so important. Or, like, not so important, but so, like, well known. Yeah, he's waiting there to blow our heads off. Again, I would read all this stuff, but I mean, I've already played it, so, and it wreaks havoc on my voice, so. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Abs, and I find ourselves at a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along southeastern edge of U.S., including in this very country. Here's to hoping we can get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on our trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. And then Gretchen said something like, and keep wagging. And something. Duke may be gone, but that feeling in your gut still lingers. Something terrible awaits you, something unavoidable. What's wrong is that it's quieter than it should be. The air is a little too still. The creatures of the night are too absent. These hills are stale. There's something wrong here. Doesn't happy to be stinky, do you? Do you think? If it's too quiet, this whole hillside feels dead. Maybe the skunk ape scared off some of the local wildlife. Goodbye, cruel world. No need to come to terms with your own mortality just yet. It was, deer, right? Deers, I've heard, actually make the weirdest sounds. So, I think that's part of it. And that's, of course, Gretchen, too. But deers make apparently, like, really weird sounds. And I didn't know that, because I don't live in an area with a lot of deer. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. They don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? The tumor and the deer. Well, she calls it a tumor. Honestly, yeah. I think I did this before too, but it's like it's not smart of her to bring Gretchen in general, but it's her companion. Gonna have her snacks. Okay, let's get the M&Ms this time. Classic choice. Never fails to satisfy. I like to mix my own to make sure it has the best stuff, and I use dried cherries instead of raisins. Maybe it's a bit of a controversial pick, but even as someone who's passionate about food, I simply can't abide raisins. It's all food. I'd say, yes. Finally, someone who gets it. Glorified mouse droppings. I hate raisins in real life. I freaking can't stand them. I mean, I'll eat them though. Like, because they're good for you. But for most stuff, I don't eat it. Some stuff that I don't like. Tell me, what's it like in Schitt's Creek? Do you have a house, an apartment? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? A dingy studio apartment. 10 roommates, I forgot about that. It floods whenever it rains, with a difficult roommate. A 12 by 12 shed in someone's yard. That's the one I picked before. Honestly, this sounds almost just as chaotic. 10 roommates would be my nightmare. It's more of an attic crawl space. One of the walls is slanted, so it's like a little uninsulated triangle room. There's not really space for much, so I just have my clothes and a futon, and a little camp light too, since there's no light in there. Wow, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't sound like a space anybody should be living in. It sounds like staying in that old crumbling mansion is actually a pretty big step up for you. How are your roommates? Are they at least nice? They're nice enough. They're kind of cliquey. Shrug. They're nice enough. But I think they miss having the storage space. They still put boxes in there every now and then for safekeeping. I just use them as tables. There's gotta be a better apartment than that in a big city like Schitt's Creek. This place has issues, but it's cheap. I've been saving up for something better. I sell arts and crafts on Etsy. Sometimes I do commissions. Sometimes I'll just sort of find something on the street and fix it up with a quirky design, like giving someone a mustache or a painting that looks like a bee. Oh, so you're an artist and an upcycle trash. And you recycle trash? This is upcycle trash. Thanks, I love what I do. Those people tend to raise their eyebrows when I tell them what I do. Yeah, that's how I feel about what I do too, honestly. I love it, no matter what anybody else says. For a moment, you think you catch something in the tree line from out of the corner of your eye, but before you can see anything, it's gone. I saw something out there. What about you? So she lives in the house she grew up in with her parents. It's her parents' house. And she owns it now that her parents have passed away. Her great-great-grandfather built the house. Yeah, okay, so she didn't mention that her parents died until now, but yeah. It's just her and Gretchen. Dad was a bit of a regional legend among hunters and trappers. He was always out in the woods on the trail of something, and we certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. Oh, God. He had to learn how to fend for himself, you see, since his family didn't have much growing up. So he learned how to hunt and trap and got damn good at it. He always made sure I had food, and that I knew how to get it if I ever found myself too far from a grocery store. That's actually really great to have that good of knowledge of the land around you. I wish I did. As for my mom, she was a saint. She was a local vet, the lady all the farms in the country knew to call if their animal were in need of something. She was smart as a whip and strong to boot. Turns out pulling calves out of 1,600-pound cows all day is a great way to build muscle. Yeah, indeed. But she was gentle too. Even the smallest mouse would get the proper care in her hands. I'm sure she's most of the reason Gretchen is here. Gretchen here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. I don't think we ever got any of this explanation before. Or did we? So yeah, those are my parents. Maybe I didn't ask about them. Guess we're both members of the Ted Palms Club. I was glad to see her go. Oh, that sucks. It would have been years of this slow... It had been years of this slow downward spiral, and I wanted nothing more than for it to be over for her. I'm talking about my mom. That's terrible. Yeah. That wasn't something meant for human ears. Whatever lurks behind the tree line is something best left unseen. But the events of this evening were already set into motion before you stepped foot in the Scarlet Hollow. There's no turning back now. Let's go. So do we do Keen Eye? Jesus! Or do we do Mystical? Everything else went quiet. I don't think it matters. So we're gonna see the chicken. God, that always weirded me out, that sound. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be maybe 2-3 feet tall. Doesn't look hairy either. So I think we can rule out Skunk Ape. Just follow her. And she trips and falls. Oh yeah, she trips over the chicken. Are you okay? Yeah, we have to investigate it. I want to see if we can get anything extra from before. So when you investigate the chicken, its little eyes are like rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. The wing. So Stella stepped on. Looking more closely at the growth, you think you can see something squirming inside. So it seems like this is helping me like Street Smart is, in a way. Not exactly the same way, but similarly. Oh, there's Duke. Birdie, what's wrong, darling? Did you see what did this to her? No one needs to see Birdie like this. You wouldn't put her online, would you? Not when she's like this, all swollen and hurting. Okay, we have to get the flashlight in this one. Oh no. I warned you both, if we stayed out here something terrible would happen. If I say that, she might think that I did it. She's just an animal? What? No, she's a companion. She's a best friend. She's a beloved pet. Guess I'll die. Are you trying to get us lost? Slow down. Oh my god, look at its smile. And its hands. That's creepy. They all look really creepy right there. Lord, that smell. Gretchen, oh god. Look at all the animals that they've eaten. The shrieks pull back into steady whispers as you, Stella, and Duke stumble toward the putrid bodies of dozens of dead and dying animals. So is this what they're eating? Or are they marking them? Or what's the thing? Because we also know that they're taking some animals and they're planting. I'm gonna turn this off for a second. And they're planting like eggs in them as well. Like making them incubate eggs as well. Like you see these have that. But these might be dead. I don't know. But this says dead and dying. Yeah, so these must be the ones that are dying. Oh, like the chicken and like some other animals that we see later in the game, I think. But poor Gretchen, don't tell me she's dead. Mobilized, Gretchen gurgles in pain. One of the creatures zooms over her. They want us to leave. We got her. I don't think it's gonna matter. Yeah. You don't have to. Old Yeller. Oh. That's so tough, but at least she got to... I do think that that was the right call for Gretchen. But geez, look at him coming out of the back over here. Oh my god. It's terrifying. Gotta sprint. Speed is key. Oh, his truck's out here. Oh god. Why is it walking like that? God, this one's got baby hands. You've stolen from them, you have to get back what's theirs. I don't know if we should kill the ditchlings, because that might actually be really bad on our part. I don't know what they would have done if we hadn't given it to them. Maybe we could have kept it, I don't know. You squeeze into Duke's tiny two-seater truck, tucking your legs on either side of the gear shift. Sorry, it took me a second. I got tongue twisted. Keen eye. Stella is quiet and stiff next to you, her shoulder rigid as she squeezes into the tiny cab. I feel so bad for her. God, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry about Gretchen. There'll be plenty of time for talking when that's what she wants to do. So I guess it wasn't a mountain lion getting your chickens. Yeah, I guess not. Can't say I know what I'm supposed to do with that information, though. Suppose the boy and I are in for some long nights guarding the rest of them from them things. Yeah, I kind of already touched on that. You let the silence continue, staring out at the road ahead. Every now and then you spot what looks like pale, anguished faces, peeking out from between the trees before vanishing back into the underbrush. Soon the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way to uneven pavement, and the truck comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. Thanks for taking me home, Duke. Any time, but Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, what were those things? I have no idea. I've never heard of anything like them. But I got a ton of footage. Nothing is really clear, but it's a start. I'd better go check in with Bo. He'll be worrying about me. You and your friends stay safe. Looks like those things didn't follow us, but well, no point in talking about the butts. Just look out for yourselves. Take care, dude. Can you take me home? Take care. Tabitha's gonna kill us. 13 messages. Call her, yeah. Tell her we're okay. I'm not gonna say anything about this because we already know. And plus, I always thought that that was weird. Like, if she wanted to walk, let her walk. Like, I mean, I guess it sounds weird in the situation, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know. I just, after all of the weird things that we've encountered, that just really didn't strike me that much. What happens now? Oh yeah. I should talk with that. Should we go home? I'm not gonna go to Sybil's, because we did that last time. I mean, maybe there's something else to gain from it this time, but I feel like somehow Sybil's gonna know anyway. Like, we don't even need to tell her, but maybe it's just me. As far as you know, those creatures from the woods have infested these trails as well, but it's too late for you to turn around. You either make it back to the estate, or you won't. Oh god, Wayne still appears? Ooh, the music. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot a shadowy figure in a miner's jacket staring from the path behind you. You didn't hear it approach. Abs. Welcome home. You're finally back where you belong. Run. You know, I feel like maybe Tabitha has to tell us more about him. Because she knew him. Who are you? He's gone. That music was so cool, though. I really liked it. But yeah, I feel like Tabitha needs to tell us more about him. You know? Thank God you're back. Where the hell have you been? I saw horrible things tonight. Wait, you don't want to hang out? Can you tuck me in? Tuck you in? No, go to sleep. I'd say the same thing, probably. Maybe not in that way, but... You're alone in the estate. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. Probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. Let's go ahead and call her. We promised we would. Someone weird on the way back. All good. How are you? Yeah, we'll talk to her in the morning. In my other playthrough, I stayed at Stella's house and everything. And Tabitha got mad at me. But I did leave a message for Tabitha. For the relative safety of this uncomfortable bit, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else. Though you still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments, for now you're safe and you're warm. Eventually the sun will rise and chase away the monsters, and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up with the normal world, and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. So what I wanted to say earlier about Wayne was that I just, like, 'cause Tabitha later tells us that she knows him, and that she, I don't know, like, the miners tell us specifically that she was with him. But, you know, we don't know if she was. Maybe he is related to us somehow or something. But she definitely knows way more about him than she's letting on. But she does straight up tell us, no, he's a good person. So that's, like, your hint that, like, maybe he actually is, even though he's creepy AF. But yeah, there's definitely something more going on there. I'm trying to think of anything else that we've uncovered. The dead bodies in the woods. Like, the dead animal bodies. that's what the smell is that we keep smelling everywhere. They're killing all the animals. Really sad about Gretchen. I really didn't want to kill Gretchen. But I also think it's really interesting that they show you, like, the full thing when Duke dies. Like, you see, it's very gory. And then for Gretchen, you don't see her body. You know, you see all those other animals, but you don't really see hers, unless it was there and I just didn't see it in the corner. But I just think that that's really funny. They, like, the artists themselves couldn't do it. They're like, oh, we love Gretchen too much. Let's see. Anything else to talk about? We found out a lot more about Tabitha, about Stella's upbringing, like her parents. I don't think I got any of that out of her in the first one. That her dad basically knew the ins and outs of the woods. And, like, so because of her, she has really good insight into forestry in the local area and knowing where everything is and the trails, and that she can always be able to make food and stuff. I think that's so freaking cool. So awesome that her dad taught her. And the mom was also a vet. Is Dr. Kelly a vet? Or is she just a regular doctor? I think she's just a regular doctor, right? Yeah. So the local vet was the mom, and the mom died. Stella's mom. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that we covered? I don't know. But anyways, we'll be diving into the next one soon. I can't wait to play it. I'll probably slow down a little bit for some spots, but for this one, there's just a lot of stuff that I felt like I didn't need to read out because we'd already been through it. But feel free to check out my other series. I'll have it linked in the description, along with the playlist for this one. As I get out more episodes, I'll make a playlist for this one. And once we've gotten through all the chapters, I'll continue both of them, you know, going forward. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll get into the little cutscene that's after this. It's a nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. Oh. So I wonder if that's supposed to represent the Scarlets. Okay, the town hall. That's with the dog, but I don't know what else. The tea. Where's that supposed to be? In the town hall, maybe? The basement. Did we ever find out what this was? Because that's not Reese, right? The bloodstain on the carpet, I still assume is... Okay, the alpacas are by the pastor. But the bloodstain is Rosalina. 100%. Big Betty. We never found out what happened with that. Or, well, we did, but we don't know. Okay, the mine. We've been there. Is the town hall the library? Is that the same place? I know the new episode is gonna be in our house, which I think is where this ends, yeah. Which, it's about time. They explain those locks on the door. That is so sus. And that's not even the door that we saw earlier today. Alrighty, nothing like another day in Scarlet Hollow. It was so exciting to record this. I honestly wish I could go ahead and record another one, but as you can tell, my voice is starting to get hoarse. One episode at a time is my limit. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope you had a good time, and I will be back with more very soon.